Buenos tardes, good Abend, and good evening everyone joining us here on Light Channel TV, Watchman What of the Night series, where tonight we are pleased to have a roundtable interview with a distinguished international lawyer, Dr. Reiner Fuellmich. Dr. Reiner Fuellmich has been admitted to the bar both in Germany and California, and he played an important role in exposing the Volkswagen emission scandal and successfully sued Deutsche Bank, where he previously worked. He's also a member and spokesman for the German Corona Investigation Committee, a non-governmental investigative committee based in Germany. And as a lot of people today know, in 2020, Dr. Fuellmich and some of his colleagues began documenting violations of law, medical malpractice, and scientific fraud in connection with the COVID-19 scandal. Dr. Fuellmich and his colleagues have interviewed and documented the testimonies of large number of people, I believe over 400 people, of international scientists and experts. He's one of the founders and the spokesman of the International Crimes Investigative Committee, established for resolving local, national, and international corona crimes. More about Dr. Fuellmich and ICIC, International Crimes and Investigative Committee, can be found on his website, where you can read everything that any freedom-loving human being should know from a legal perspective. So I would like to wish a very welcome to you, Dr. Fuellmich.
Thank you very much for having me. It's an honor. It's an honor to be back.
Thank you. Well, our second distinguished guest tonight in our roundtable is Dr. Patricia Kalisperis. And Dr. Patricia Kalisperis is a pediatric orthopedics and traumatology with subspecialization in congenital malformation. And Dr. Patricia is also participating in this program, but you are also a member of South American organization, as I understand. So very welcome to you as well, Dr. Patricia.
Thank you. Thank you for, very much. It's an honor for me to be here. And I hope we can, with this conversation, we can still have more bravery to go on and on. Thank you very much. It's an honor, Dr. Reiner Fuellmich. Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Another distinguished guest we have tonight here in our roundtable is Dr. Carlos Negro, and which has a PhD in science, coordinator of Doctors for Life in Latin America. He's also co-founder of the World Organization for Latin America for Life. Very welcome to you, Dr. Negro. Thank you for being part of this program.
Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you, Mark, Patricia. And it's an honor to me to participate here with all of you.
Thank you very much, everyone. And we have another guest tonight with us here. Is Dr. Andrea Nazarengo, which is a PhD. I hope I pronounce your noun correctly. You have a PhD, and you are also a quantitative psychologist and freedom fighter from the United States. So welcome to this program as well.
Thank you so much. I'm very honored to be here.
Okay. Well, thank you each and everyone for being part of this program. And of course, not last, I have here with me my dear partner and co-host Mark Chambers, he's a missionary pastor, family counselor, and regular speaker on Red Advenir Television International in Santa Cruz, Bolivia. And as I know you, Mark, you're deeply interested in inalienable rights, religious liberty, and freedom of conscience. And as we have done many programs here on Light Channel TV, you're also founder of Loud Cry Missionary Society, and you have written a book as well. Oh, very welcome to you, Mark, here as well.
Thank you so much, Michael. It's certainly a pleasure, as always, to be with you here in Watchman What of the Night, but a special pleasure to be with our distinguished guests joining us for this interview with Dr. Reiner Fuellmich. I welcome each one of you, and I trust that our time will be really enlightening, both to us here and to the public.
Right. Well, welcome everyone. And we are just going to go ahead. We have some very interesting and special questions for you, Dr. Fuellmich. So I'm going to ask you the first question. And the first question is, before I go to the first question, I just want to ask you something very quickly, because I was looking at your website, ICIC website, and I've noticed that your motto is actually Lumen Vincit, the light wins. So
Yes.
I believe you've come to the right place here. This is the right channel. This is the Light Channel. So could you tell us a little bit, why did you actually decide to have this motto?
Well, when the original Corona Committee and I parted ways, because I just simply believe that we need to look deeper than just Corona. There's much more going on. Ultimately, as you all know, this is about a few people trying to take full control and reducing the population. So I decided we need to do more than just look at the Corona problems. We need to look at global warming, which is a hoax. We need to look at the Ukraine war, which is a proxy war. We need to look at all the issues that the other side, Catherine Austin Fitts calls them Mr. Global, uses in order to keep people in a permanent panic mode so that they will continuously follow orders. Well, we won't. Us, the 30%, maybe 40% in parts of the world who are opposed to all of this, we will not do any of the things that they're trying to ask us of. So that's why I founded the International Crimes Investigative Committee, to take a broader look at all the other issues as well, expose everything, so that people will be able to make the right choices, but also to give, to show solutions to these problems. And thirdly, to actually use the testimony, the statements that we got from the more than 400 experts whom I interviewed, to use this as testimony, as expert testimony in the courts of law. So those are the three missions of ICIC. The motto, Lumen Vincit, has to do with my wife, because I, as an attorney, have always worked as a rational person. And even though I've known for quite a while, because my firm has always represented small and medium-sized businesses against large global corporations, and it always felt something is not right in the German courts of law. It felt as though the cards were stacked against us, as though in many cases, not in all cases, but in many cases, we were not just fighting the other side's attorneys, Deutsche Bank, VW, or this shipping company, Kühne and Nagel, one of the most corrupt organizations in the world, but we were also fighting the judges. And that's because these judges, as we've now come to know, many of them, not all of them, but many of them are corrupt, not necessarily because they get paid, but because they want to have a career.